Well, let's see how it tastes here. Like I say, first time ever poaching fish, so we'll see. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like fried fish or coubillon or something like that, but you know, it's different. So I recently caught a pretty good sized redfish. It was around 25 and a half inches or so, and I had it frozen for a while. Actually, I already cut some of this off, but that was basically the whole fillet. As you can see with this piece, I took all the bloodline out of it. And this is just some iced water I have it sitting in. So anytime I cook redfish, I always try to cut all the bloodline out. So like this piece here, what I would normally do is you basically cut it down the middle like such. You know, one side's good, but this is the side that had the skin on it. And basically just take a good sharp knife and just run it like right under the skin, right under the bloodline, until you get it all cut away. And you know, you just throw that away, because this makes it taste terrible. I mean, you really can't have that if you're going to cook redfish. And I'll try to cut it all out. Usually when I get to the end like this, I'll usually cut that off and just throw that away. And like I say, any piece of blood you see, you just take it out, so you're left with a nice piece of fish after, you know. The something like that. And with this piece here, same thing. I cut this little small piece off because it's really too thin to do anything with. And just take your knife and, like I said, just kind of run it right under the bloodline. Then as you get to this part, you just kind of go on the edge like this to get that part cut off. And you know, something like that. Just like I said, just keep cutting until you get all the bloodline. As the redfish get bigger, they get more and more blood in them. Probably best to do it when it's freshly caught, but I didn't really feel like it at that time, so I'm doing it now. So like I said, just dress it up, cut all the blood you can off of it, because it'll make it taste way better than leaving any of that on the fish. And like I said, just get a good sharp knife. This is actually a Rapala fillet knife, and you know, thin blade, works really good. 20 bucks or so at Walmart. And that's it. So for lunch today, I got a couple of large redfish fillets, and I removed all the bloodline from it. So yeah, it's just a nice, this was a 25 and a half inch redfish, and I'm basically poach it. And to do it, get your water boiling. That's 2 cups of water. This is 1 tablespoon of salt, and we're going to use 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. First time I'm doing this, so I really don't know what to expect, how it's going to come, but we'll see. I was watching a Julia Child recipe, and she did this with salmon, so I figured, hey, let's try it with redfish. Something different than just frying it, or you know, cooking it in a red gravy. And the recipe called to do it for 8 minutes on a slow simmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it to, the redfish was cold, so I'm gonna get it to the water to boiling real good again. Then I'm gonna just lower it to a low simmer for 8 minutes. I didn't quite bring it to a boil, but it's starting to simmer nicely. So I'm gonna just leave it like that, just barely simmering, and we're gonna do that for 8 minutes. All right, that's been a total of 8 minutes. We'll go ahead and take the fish out. We just have this with a little salad. And since I cooked it with red wine vinegar, I think I'm going to use red wine vinegar for my dressing. We'll just see the thickest part just to make sure it's cooked. The fish is safe at 145, so that's what we're shooting for. Yep, that looks good. And to finish it off, maybe some, this is a half of a avocado. I try to eat avocado every day. Some cherry tomatoes, and they actually cut really good with a serrated steak knife. If you want to just cut them in half. I don't know, I guess I'm eating kind of healthy today. And this is just some red onions. I'll just kind of probably cut them in half. You know, something like that. I think that'll be a pretty good little dinner. And then for the dressing, I think we'll use some extra virgin olive oil. I think we'll use 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of the red wine vinegar. And we just kind of mix those together. And we just kind of drizzle that on everything. And we'll do a little fresh brown pepper. And a little bit of salt. Not all of that, just sprinkle it on there. A little bit on the fish. You know, I didn't use it all, just. And I think that's gonna be it. That'll be my lunch today. Something kind of healthy. First time having poached any kind of fish, so hopefully it tastes good. Well, there you go. If you had a little lemon, you could sprinkle some lemon on top of that. But that's the way I'm eating it. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.